Yo, what up, everybody? It's Egal on Egtv, and today we're going to be talking about the Toronto Raptors and Kawhi Leonard and what he said reportedly. Reportedly, Kawhi Leonard told the Raptors that he did not think that the Raptors could repeat this season, and that's why he was leaving. And you know what? He might regret those thoughts now after they lost to the Denver Nuggets, being up 3-1, I think, at the time. They came back and they beat their ass. And you know what? Kawhi Leonard, after he told the Raptors that he did not think that they had enough to repeat, he might have to eat those words, because currently his team came out at the same position as our team. And you know what? We gave Boston a game, and if Kawhi was in our team, I guarantee you we would have probably beat Boston. 110% we would have beat Boston. And you know what? Kawhi Leonard looks back at his time at the Toronto Raptors. He won a championship. He was Finals MVP. He did some great things with us. Even though he had all his rest days, we had a cheat code with Kawhi. He didn't play all those games, and we still won. And he was doing so good. And he underestimated the amount of quality players we have in our team, with and without him. You know what? Just looking at that championship team, look at the people in this picture. You got Fred, you got Kyle, you got Serge Ibaka, you got Pau Gasol, you got Marc Gasol. You got Marc Gasol, not Pau Gasol. Where did that come from? Pascal Siakam, most improved player at the time. Don't forget about Norman Powell. OG was injured, and we still won a title without him. You know what? And don't forget, we strengthened with our owner. With our owners back in the GM and everybody. And Kawhi Leonard did some beautiful things with that game-winning shot against the Sixers in Game 7. What a shot. I literally still to this day, every time I see that, it gives me goosebumps. I enjoyed that game, and I enjoyed that title run. And Kawhi Leonard looks back at his time in Toronto, and legacy-wise, he probably wishes he stayed. I know why he went home. A lot of people would go home. Everyone would probably go home. I want to go home sometimes and watch the Toronto Raptors play. I currently live in the UK, but this squad that he left is so loaded with quality players that he undervalued the team that he had around him, and it sometimes is not better on the other side of the border. Sometimes it's not better going home. Sometimes it's better just staying where you are and trying to do a title defense. And you know what? We did a good title defense. We didn't roll over like Dallas Mavericks did after they won their title. We did a proper title defense, and we did our job. And we lost, but guess what? Kawhi Leonard went to the Clippers with this team, the team that he thought was better than the Raptors. Look at these players that he has around him. Besides Paul George, can you really say all these other guys are much better than the quality players we have? Their third best player was Montrezl Harrell / Lou Williams didn't even show up. Shamet was probably one of their best players, and in my opinion, Norman Powell is better than him. So, hey. And he replaced Nick Nurse for a doctor. He wanted a doctor, but you know what? He didn't even need Doc. He didn't need Doc. All he needed was a nurse. He didn't need a doctor at the time. And you know what? Doc Rivers is starting to get found out. He's still living off the glory of that title that he won with the Boston Celtics. He's still questioned as a coach. Why didn't he win with the Clippers when they had Lob City? You know what? And Nick Nurse won Coach of the Year. He's shown that he's one of the best coaches in the NBA with his defensive schemes, the way he coaches, being a coach all over the world, coaching in the UK, coaching in the D-League, coaching all over the place. And he's developed such a good name in the league. It's amazing. And the Raptors, don't forget, the Raptors were without Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet, Marc Gasol, Norman Powell, Pascal Siakam, a combined 104 games, and we still won 51 games out of our 70. We just killed it. And you know what? This is a title defense, in my opinion. And last year we won 49 games? What, out of 70? That is amazing. And don't forget, during the bubble we did amazing too. We went 6-1 during the bubble. I don't even have the stats right in front of me, but I'm just going off the top of my head. You guys need to put respect on my Toronto Raptors. In the NBA bubble, we came back, and we're one of the teams that were ready to ball. We came back there early, we showed respect, we did our job, and we came in there with our bootstraps ready to go, and we did what we had to do. And we won our games, and you know what? We actually got our first sweep in the playoffs versus the Nets. And you know what? That was just icing on the cake for me. Now, Kyle Lowry might be disrespected, but in my opinion, he is one of the best players in the NBA and solidified Hall of Famer. But look at these guys. They choked. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George choked in Game 7, missed all those shots, went 0 for 11. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George in the fourth quarter both scored 0 points in Game 7. And you know what? Kawhi Leonard This is what you get for leaving the Raptors for Paul George. This is what you get. You had a better band. You should have stayed. You ended up losing to the Denver Nuggets. Really? Doc Rivers, bro? He's got some work to do for next season. This team's not sticking together. But you know what, Nick Nurse? He's got himself a good squad. And we're just going to go strength to strength.
Wait till you see the...
It took a Kitchener man to beat him. And he did this for the Toronto Raptors.
No. Look at the top of his head.
He probably regrets leaving now. He went all the way to Clipperland in Los Angeles and he thought he came home. He thought the city was his, but now he's looking back wishing he stayed in Toronto. He definitely probably wishes he stayed in Toronto. Looking at that squad, the squad that we had last year and even the squad that we have this year, we are just going to go strength to strength. I think we're most likely going to keep Fred VanVleet. We're most likely going to try to get Montrezl Harrell from the Clippers. We're going to try to do what we got to do to improve our squad. But as of right now, what I got to tell you is I think we currently have a better squad than those Clippers, and we got underestimated. But anyways, guys, subscribe to EGTV, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be posting a lot of Raptors content and a lot of Arsenal content, and if you're into those kind of things, subscribe and check out more of my content. And here's some of these last videos that I've done. Check them out. Thanks, guys, and peace out, people.